Hello everyone and welcome to the Military and Monetary YouTube channel. Today we're gonna try some food.
But with a huge difference from previous episodes.
Yes.
Because today we're not going to cook it.
We're not gonna cook a single thing, just gonna heat up. This is Swedish Army Cold War rations. What we have here is quite a typical menu of a Swedish soldier during the Cold War. There are a lot of different versions of this, of course, but I've done quite a bit of research in trying to find the most popular ones and the most classic ones. And we're gonna open them and hopefully even try them. Unfortunately, I'm too young to have experienced these in the field. You, however, did your military service here in Sweden during the Cold War, right?
Yes, it was. I did 11 months, 2 years before the wall broke down.
The Berlin Wall broke down.
1987.
So what is your immediate reaction to seeing these? Absolute joy.
Yeah, no Christmas joy feeling enters my body, I can say. But some of these were really good. For instance, the crackers and this. We're going to try it soon, but so some of it was quite eatable, whilst other cans was more something that you ate to survive. Even though I haven't been in any war, for God's sake, we just spent out in the Swedish woods.
Out in a tent in the Swedish woods during winter time.
Yeah.
We're gonna present these a little bit closer. So what we have here is basically canned food. Let's talk a little bit about them. We have a few classics here. This is leverpastej, liver pâté in English. What do you think about this one? Or thought about it?
I remembered it. It was one of the favorites.
Yes. This is a classic Swedish condiment made of liver. Here we have korv, vita bönor i tomatsås, translating to sausages, white beans in tomato sauce. And this is a classic. And
it is a classic when you want to have a full English breakfast.
Yes, exactly. And it's also a classic when it comes to some people love it, others hate it, and there is no in between. This one is called Dead Man's Fingers.
Because when you open it, you will see the color of the sausages inside.
And the blood red sauce and so on, so on. And here we have possibly the most classic Swedish one. This is ärtsoppa med fläsk, pea soup with pork.
Yeah. And it's not the green peas, it's the yellow dried peas.
Yes. We also have some wheat crackers. There is a story about the liver pâté and crackers. A lot of people talk about it when you're sitting in a foxhole in the middle of the night, it's cold outside, and all you have to eat is this. And people speak about, oh, it's the most fantastic thing I've ever eaten. I'm not sure if these are the crackers, but these are military issue. And of course, some coffee.
Dried coffee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a few words.
And as I remember it, these two goes very well together also. So it's,
we will find out. Just a few words about the dates. 883, meaning this is produced in 1988, month number 3. Here we have 89.3. And this one, unfortunately, wasn't possible to find in a Cold War issue. This one was made in 96, but the content is, of course, exactly the same. These are also made during the late 80s. So, we're going to open these two, heat them up, and while they heat up, we're going to eat these two. And end up with some coffee.
What's the telephone number for the emergency help? Is it 112 still?
Yes, it's. Let's start with the pea soup. This one was made in 88, meaning it's roughly 35 years old.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Now, of course, we both know how this should look and smell and taste. That looks perfectly fine, to be honest. Smell it. perfectly fine.
Exactly.
Not a question about it.
No.
Okay, let's
heat it up.
And go on to the next can. We're going to open that one immediately, I think. I'm really excited about this one, the Dead Man's Fingers. Do you remember these?
I remember the color of the sausages. I'm not really sure that we had this so much, because I think these ones were a little bit more expensive.
The fancy cans.
Yeah. Oh, can you smell it?
Okay, let's take a look. There we go. Let's smell that one too. Smells definitely
quite
okay.
But as you can see, this is a little bit dried up.
Yeah.
So that can be...
Depending on age, of course. We might need to add a little bit of water to that one.
Yes.
Great.
Let's heat them up.
Next up is the leverpastej, the liver pâté. I'm not a big fan of that.
It's quite good, actually.
But as said, classic Swedish condiment.
And since this is something you can spread over bread or crackers, you don't need any butter or stuff. You can just cream it out.
Made in March 1989.
When did the Berlin Wall come down?
November.
That was in November.
Yeah, I think so.
So
let's open it.
As you can see, when we open it, it starts to grow a little bit.
I'm not really sure if it grows or...
or if it's gross.
Grow, yeah. It looks fair. I think it was the tool that you used that pushed it up along the edges.
Okay. This does not smell like the ordinary liver pâté that you buy these days, but of course, 30 years in it.
It doesn't smell bad.
No, it doesn't.
Well, then we have the wheat crackers. I'm gonna open these as well. They look like this.
In Sweden, we have a cracker called MREs. It's a type of cracker that you give every child from 1 year and up.
Yeah.
And
it says Maria.
Exactly. So this is the same cracker.
It's a bit thicker, though.
It is.
That's not standard. Do you want honor to start?
Yes.
The liver pâté and the wheat crackers. As said, it really doesn't matter who you speak to. Everyone doing the military service in Sweden during the 70s and 80s, they speak about this type of combination. Like that.
That was very little you took. Won't even taste it.
Let's try it.
Yes.
It tastes very bland. How do you say it? Really doesn't taste anything.
Nothing.
No. Of course, it's 35 years old. Dinner is ready.
Oh my God. My God.
Okay, so here we have the Dead Man's Fingers. White beans, sausages in a tomato sauce. We added a little bit of water. So this resembles the actual dish a little bit more.
Yeah, out from the forest. And here you have the pea soup with pork. And let's start with this one, Eric, because this one is nothing as I remembered it.
No, and pea soup in general should not look like that.
No.
It has no color. And it actually makes small bubbles when you stir it. So, sadly to say, we're not going to eat that one.
No, because also we can add, this is not, you cannot smell this, but we can, and it's quite bad actually.
Yeah.
This is like something that we have already eaten, and then Yeah, you know them. Yes.
Nasty.
Let's remove this one.
Last but not least, among the dishes tonight is the dead man's fingers. It looks like this. Not the most pleasant sight.
Nor smell, I can say.
It smells fair. It's not a foul smell.
No, but you don't have the tomato smell and the stuff that you. But of course, you add 30 years almost.
In this case, 20 years something. It was made in 96.
Made 96, yeah.
Yes, 1906. So let's just show you. Here we have the infamous dead man fingers.
Hmm?
Grab a bite.
Yeah, let's see.
Smells like sausage. I'm awaiting his reaction before I.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm gonna go for some beans.
Okay, but I'm not sure about the taste. I think you're just not used to the taste. But
the beans are fine. They actually taste like bean. But of course, you lose a lot of flavor during the years. That's a fact. There is nothing wrong with this. As we say in Sweden, det duger i krig. It's good enough in war.
The beans were quite eatable.
Yeah.
I actually swallowed this. So, finally, we're going to have some coffee.
Yes. This one, classic Swedish Army ration. And this one is actually made in West Germany, 1985. So, let's try it. We are going to use the fancy cups made in the US zone.
Here we have some hot water.
And it looks just like...
I think it's enough for 2 small cups, actually. No.
A little bitter. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything else than this being perfectly fine. It's basically instant coffee. There we go.
Already now you can smell the coffee, so I think this is...
This is perfectly fine.
But while you are preparing this, I think we must give some cred to the liver pâté, because actually it's the crackers that are quite bad. They are starting to fill the kitchen with a weird gasoline smell.
Yes. Those of you who have watched my video where I opened the East German emergency crackers, you know that I didn't eat them simply because they tasted or smelled like gasoline. These have the same tendency. We didn't realize it from the beginning. They have a really weird smell. So, sorry, liver pâté, not your fault. It's the crackers. Let's taste the coffee.
Yes.
Cheers. This is basically coffee. Perfectly fine. A little bit bitter.
Yeah.
It's not fancy coffee.
This you can drink. When was it from? 1980?
1985.
85.
Yes. So, well, I guess that's it.
To sum up, stick to the coffee.
How do you feel about the trip down memory lane, so to speak?
I'm quite fine with being here 2023, I think.
You are.
I would stick with today's food.
It's also really nice to see that you're watching this. If you liked it, you know what to do. What should they do?
They should subscribe because it's free.
Yes. And of course, leave a like, leave a comment, and follow on Instagram. Until next time, bye.
Bye. Den där luktar inte gott nu.
Ja.
Den här har nog lämnat oss den.
Ja, men vi får visa upp den.